Hello and welcome to today's broadcast. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 reasons why you might be feeling stuck with what it is you're doing with your intermittent fasting and why it is you're not losing weight. So this is always a really popular topic. I'm going to break it down to you in 3 very simple reasons. So if you're new to our community here, welcome. My name is Ann Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. We will be launching our last course for 2021 on Saturday. Registration will close tomorrow. So if you have been on the fence, you've been hanging out with us, maybe you're just catching us today for the first time, and you really want to learn the ins and outs of intermittent fasting and how you can make it super simple for you so you can get all the things you want from it, make sure you get on our email list. The information is in the description box, or I will post it in just a couple seconds in the comment section. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, all those things, hit the bell notification. Facebook, also make sure you're following. And then Facebook just changed a few things on pages. So make sure that if you're not getting notifications about our live conversations here, or maybe the posts that we have on Facebook, make sure you hit the follow button. And then there's an extra step that you have to take so that you can tell Facebook which notifications you want to get. So just kind of play around with that on my page, and you just got to click stuff and look around, and then make sure you're set up for notifications as well. I've heard from some of you that you have not been getting them, and I hate to hear that. So hit that like button. Stay active in the comment section today. I'm here to help you get unstuck and get the results that you're hoping for. So let's get started. I'm going to post the website link for those of you who want to get in class with us. So make sure you check the comment section for that as well. Okay, I see you guys jumping on. So good morning to everyone. Okay, so let's go. 3 reasons you are not seeing weight loss yet with your fasting. And here in this community, you guys know I like to keep it super simple, right? We know there's tons of research out there. We see all the other people talking about how complex and complicated and scientific intermittent fasting needs to be to get results. And here in this community, we have proven otherwise. It is a very simple lifestyle that you can choose to live and just rinse and repeat with consistency over time and reap some really amazing results and not ever have to exit your life. And that is our goal here in this community, is to make you feel like a normal woman, but also give you the opportunity to reap all the amazing benefits that having a very consistent and easy lifestyle can bring to you, especially for us as we're going through these transitions into menopause. So the number 1 reason women are feeling stuck, or maybe you've been fasting for a little while and you've got really great results in the beginning when you went all in, and then you started to get a little bit of comfort in your fasting and you started to go back to some old habits. This is usually what happens when we start hitting plateaus, right? Or we feel like we're not making progress, or we're just absolutely stuck, is we're not in a fasted state. We're just not eating. And there is a huge difference between being in a fasted state to reap the benefits of what fasting does for us. And when I say fasting here in this community, I mean intermittent fasting. So a window of opportunity to create a fasted state in your body, and a window of opportunity for you to enjoy food and feast, right? So if you're fasting or you think you're fasting, but your body never reaches a hormonal state of fasting, your body will not let go of weight because you haven't put it into that healing type of environment that we need in order to lose weight. There's enough information out now, and for a lot of us who have hit this point in our life, it usually starts around our mid-40s for most of us, and then it just progresses on as we transition through the seasons of menopause, is that we have to understand that hormones are the thing that are keeping us in this state of weight hoarding and fat hoarding, right? And it is just because our hormones are changing. So we have to understand that the benefits of fasting come in a fasted state. The state part is the hormonal balance that you get and the chemical changes that go on in your body when you do more than just stop eating. Let me give you an example of not being in a fasted state. And I know this is one of those comments that causes so much controversy out there because there's so much misinformation or conflicted information that goes out there. But if you are not clean fasting and you are feeling frustrated with your body and you're going through hormonal changes, then you are negating the opportunity to lose weight because your body has to be in this fasted state, meaning you cannot have an insulin response. You have to balance out your leptin. Your hunger hormones need to reset themselves so that you can get better control over what is happening hormonally in your body. So many of us are insulin resistant pretty much our whole life, and that's just because of the way we've been taught to eat. When we're younger, before we go through the hormonal transition, we can get away with a lot of things that we can't get away with once our hormones start changing into the menopausal aspect of hormonal change. And that's because the estrogen and insulin connection are strong. So when estrogen changes, insulin also changes. So you might have been hypoglycemic. You might have had a light case of insulin resistance. And then it just starts getting worse because the hormonal changes that are going on. The fasted state is what balances out your hormones. And then consistency over time will determine the results that you are going to get. So if you're feeling stuck, trust me when I tell you, it's because you're not putting yourself in a fasted state and you're listening to people who are telling you because it sounds more romantic, it sounds more cozy to be able to put 15 calories of something in your coffee, or it's okay to have cream, or you can do this thing as long as you follow some little set of boundaries. And I'm telling you, that's just not true for us. And it can be true down the road when things balance back out and you feel a little bit more confident in ebbing and flowing your weight in and out of fasting. But if you're serious about weight loss, if you're serious about reducing these menopausal signs and symptoms, you have to put your body in a fasted state. And there is a big difference between that and just not eating. So that's rule number one. That's the one that catches so many women off guard. Number two, not trusting your feasting window. This is one of the things that I really, really like to teach and hone in on in class. And I love when you guys have that aha moment, that light bulb moment in class when you get to these lessons about trusting your body when it's time to feast. If you eat, right? If you make the decision to eat when you're hungry because you get those hunger cues, why is it that we don't listen and trust the hunger cues when we are not hungry, right? So even if you're fasting, when you open up your feasting window, if your body is giving you the cue that you're not hungry, why is it that we're still forcing ourselves to eat? Right? So this goes back to intuitive eating and really listening to your body. The beautiful thing about intermittent fasting and creating a lifestyle that allows you to determine your own rules based on what it is that you say you want for yourself, there will be days that you are hungry in your feasted state and the cues are there and you will enjoy whatever you have available to you in a feasted state. And there are going to be days when your body just doesn't need as much food as you did on another day. You can consciously make that decision to listen to those cues and trust your body when your fasting window opens up. If you feel the need for more nutrients, you take that as a cue and you feed your body with nutrient dense foods. If you have a day, maybe it's a low activity day, or maybe your body is just adjusting and it just doesn't need as many nutrients, you can also make that informed choice and you do not have to force feed yourself. You do not have to follow a caloric boxed in guideline either. Nutrients are what matter as far as keeping our body alive and happy and healthy, not calories. There's a big difference between caloric value of food and nutrient value of food. And we have to make sure that we're clear on what that means for us. if you're not hungry and you eat, or you eat at the end of your feasting window because you're afraid tomorrow you're going to feel hungry, that is classic overeating, and it will keep you in a state of being frustrated about your weight. The third reason women especially are not finding the results they are hoping for with their intermittent fasting protocols or the lifestyle that they've created is because they're not feeling the magic with hunger, right? Hungry is where the magic happens when you're fasting. There are people who will tell you if you're hungry, you're doing something wrong. There's a difference between feeling starved, like you're not getting the right nutrients, and there's also the feeling of hypoglycemia, where you feel weak and faint and you feel like not well when you're not eating. And then there's the different feeling that you get when you're in a fasted state and you are empowered by the state of hunger, right? So you might get some of those hunger cues, like your ghrelin might start growling, or you'll get the sensation that your stomach is empty. That's where magic really does start happening when you are reaching the fasted state, right? If you know about intermittent fasting, you know about autophagy, you know what happens in a fasted state. Your body finds trapped nutrients and things within your storage system internally to feast on to keep you alive. That's how our body has been designed. So if you can get to this magic and you understand the power of being hungry in a fasted state, and you're trusting your feasting window the night before, this is really where the weight loss will happen, because your body will literally eat itself away in all the good ways, right? It'll eat away all the things that you are frustrated with. Now, I also have to put a little asterisk here and say, when your body's eating away at itself, it's not eating away at your muscle, which is one of those fear-mongering things that a lot of people like to put out there on the internet. I can tell you, I've been fasting for almost 6 years. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture yesterday of my bicep muscle. My body is not eating away my muscle. I fast anywhere from, I think this week I've been fasting 18 or 19 hours, and my goal was to fast anywhere from 16 to 20, right? I'm just feeling so good in my fasted state, and my workouts have been so amazing that my body is producing the lean muscle that you hope it would produce when you get things right. I don't fear my fasting window. I fast to get into a fasted state, and I love the feeling of being hungry in the middle of my day, usually about that 15 or 16-hour fasting, and that is exciting to me and empowering, and it makes me want to fast longer because I know my body's getting to work. Make sure you are making sense out of what it is you want from your intermittent fasting. It does not have to be extreme. It does not have to always come with scientific data reports. It doesn't have to be something that's super complicated and comes with a bunch of rules. Intermittent fasting is not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be a lifestyle where you can live freely around food, but also reap all the magic that happens when you can put your body into this fasted state. Here in this community, we have women from all age ranges. From their 30s, we've had women who have graduated from our course in their 90s, right? So 60-year span of age difference. If you're an aging woman, that just means you have an opportunity to live another day and add another day to your age, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be within a boxed set of time frame. Fasting benefits everyone. Lots of new information even out this year about young women and infertility issues, and who are struggling from PCOS, and how intermittent fasting is helping them also. So this is a lifestyle that any woman can live. If you don't go into extremes, intermittent fasting is not an extreme lifestyle. It is a balanced lifestyle of fasting well, feasting well, and then adding in your fitness so that you can have the body that you want to have. So many things are out there that are told to us as aging women that, we're losing lean muscle, we're gonna have this happen to our body, we need to do this thing. And I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way if you start doing some things to offset some of the things that you're not happy with. So you can reverse age-related diseases, you can reverse weight gain, you can reverse fat hoarding, you can reverse cognitive decline. All of those things can be done with a very, very moderate intermittent fasting schedule. And that's exactly what I teach you in this community and in our course that's starting on Saturday. So I teach you how to do all this in class. I teach you how to do this so that you can live this lifestyle day in and day out. You can go into a fasting lifestyle, you can exit a fasting lifestyle, you can come back in. Once you understand the feelings associated with fasting, the cues that your body is going to send you, and you really pay attention to what happens when you enter into this window. This is probably the most important window to really stay conscious in, because your body is going to tell you when you're doing something that it doesn't like anymore. And if you pay attention to those cues and you make informed decisions about them, then this window right here is super fun, it's super easy, and it will bring you some amazing results for sure. Okay, so let me see if we have anybody in the comment section that has any questions. Janet, I'm so happy you found us, girlfriend. It is so good to have you back with us. Janet is a graduate of our 2017 intermittent fasting course. When our students come back, and Janet was one of our first students back in 2017, this is just proof that you can create a lifestyle that can last for years, and you can live it very comfortably, and you can really give yourself permission to let go of a lot of these hard and fast rules and really restrictive diet plans. What I like to teach in class also, and what I teach here in this community very openly, is that I do not dictate how anyone is supposed to feed themselves. You get to decide for yourself. If you're the lucky girl who can eat, dessert every night and have the body of her dreams, I say you go for it, girlfriend. There should be no one that tells you that that is wrong, unless there's something in that cake that's not making you feel good. Eat the cake. If you're the person that doesn't like to eat animal products and you just want to eat plants, girl, go do your thing. If you're the person that just wants to experiment with a bunch of different things and figure it out on your own, I say, yes, do that too. No one should be telling us as women how we're supposed to eat and what's good and what's bad. You're the only person that should decide that for yourself. And when you do this well, it becomes very obvious and you can make some pretty informed decisions. And Janet is one of those women who has done that very well. Linda, good morning from California, graduate of the May 2019 class. So yes, Linda, so good to have you as well. Hope you're thriving. Patsy, good morning, girlfriend. Angela, good morning. Florida grad from March 2020. Love having all of our grads here. Patsy, recently I have noticed that after I've opened up my eating window, I can't seem to stop eating. I feel like I'm eating too much. Okay. Patsy, what month and year did you graduate from the intermittent fasting course? Put that in the comment section, and then I'm going to come back and answer your question here as well. Good morning, watching from Navajo City. Where is that? Carlene, I think it is. Hello, my evening is so hard, I get really hungry. Okay, that's usually because if you're really hungry, like ravenous kind of hungry in your feasting window, oftentimes it could be because you're not in a truly fasted state. It could be that you're not fasting long enough to drain the tanks and get yourself into that state of what we call fat adaptation. And then sometimes you're just hungrier. So what I recommend, if you feel like you need to just get more food, just make sure it's very nutrient dense, right? I like to fill myself up with lots of vegetables when I have one of those days. Get some good protein in you. That's very satiating. And make sure you're getting enough fat as well. And Carlene, your name doesn't sound familiar, so I don't think you're a graduate of our course yet. If you're interested in learning how to manage all of that, I highly recommend getting in our course that starts on Saturday. I teach you all of that and how to manage that inside the class. Shanda, good morning from Colorado. Starting class on Saturday. Fasting is going great for me. Oh, girlfriend, I cannot wait to have you in class with us. It is so much fun, and I get to spend the entire month with you guys. So it's a great time for us to deepen our friendship as well. So I'm super excited to have you in class. I can't wait. Make sure you say hi when you get into the community group. And then does unflavored seltzer break a fast? So if you're talking about, Sandy, if you're talking about carbonated water, as long as there's nothing in it. So like I like this brand of carbonated water. It's the Mountain Valley. The blue one has the carbonation in it. The red does not. If it's just water with minerals, it will not break a fast. I think seltzer water has, like the true seltzer water has some ingredients in it that if you're in a state of hormonal imbalance could for sure break a fast, and I wouldn't risk it. So when you're feeling like your hunger hormones aren't balanced out, when your insulin and your leptin are out of balance, always assume everything is breaking your fast. And if you really want to get to the place where you're losing weight, you really want to get to the place where you're feeling your best when you wake up in the morning, if you really want to get rid of insomnia and night sweats and all the things that come with menopause, then I always say fast as if your life depends on it. When you start feeling good, making exceptions and making more informed choices becomes so much easier, because you'll never ever want to risk feeling good every morning when you wake up for something that has a flavor or some calories or some whatever in it. Your value system for those things will change for sure. So make sure you know what's in that for sure before you put it in there. So if it is seltzer, yeah, it probably does, because I think there are some things inside of seltzer water for sure. I'm 71, go from 10 p.m. until 2 in the afternoon, comfortably around 7. I'm wanting to snack. Okay. So, sometimes eating later in the evening causes you to feel hungrier in the day too. And then I don't know how many hours of that. I always recommend a 20-hour fast too. So those are some things you want to think about. I weigh 142 and I'm 5'8" and I want to be 135. Yeah. So you just need some tweaks in there for sure. I recommend jumping into class for sure. If you haven't done so, we teach you all that in there. And then Cindy, joining from New Brunswick, Canada, just diagnosed with osteoarthritis. I'm 63. Yeah, fasting helps with all things. If you're not fasting, I would highly recommend just giving it a try. I think osteoarthritis, if it has anything to do with like joints, inflammation is a big problem with anybody with any kind of arthritis. So the one thing that happens when you first start clean fasting and you really get into those like deeper, like 20-hour fasts, is inflammation just completely disappears out of your body. So many women with arthritis have definitely felt some relief with that as well. So I would definitely give it a go. You have nothing to lose. And if you feel like you're suffering, it would be a great opportunity for you to test it out. How do I sign up for class? So I just put the link in the comments. Let me put it again. You go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. Information is right there on the site for sure. You can email me. You can click the link I'm putting in right now, or you can just email me. Either way. But the class information is there. You can go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. It's also in the description box as well. And let me put the banner up there so you guys can see it also. Okay, so let me see some more comments. Cindy, I can eat fruit, but I can eat fruit, but dairy during my I don't know what that is. You might have to retype that one. Tracy, how and where do I start? Girlfriend, I just put the link in there. It's for today's with an S woman.com. If you go to that page, there's information. Just scroll around. There's information about how to jump into the class. You can email me at dianeparhamfitness@gmail.com, or you can go to the link that's at the bottom, which is for today'sagingwoman.com/find-out-more. Lots of places to go. You can go to my Instagram page. You can go to the description box in YouTube. There's all kinds of places for sure. And then Carlene's from Georgia. Awesome. Okay, Janet, thanks to Diane, I've created a way to eat that has worked for me since 2017. It works. Yes, girlfriend, I know it works. I'm right there with you. I love the fact that you have really adapted this as your lifestyle. And Janet, you had you made some really big life changes once you got your comfort and confidence back with you as a woman. And that's really, really what I like to enforce here in this community. It's a great thing to lose weight for sure. We all want to feel comfortable in our own skin, but the added and often not talked about benefits of intermittent fasting is the confidence that we get in ourselves when we really know how to take care of ourselves, right? When we make informed decisions, when the decisions that we are making are actually starting to pay off for us because we have more energy, because we have more confidence, because we walk into a room ready to start the day, like when we get a good night's sleep. Like that part of intermittent fasting is where there are no scientific data being done. But here in this community, again and again and again, I get stories from women who don't even ever mention how much weight they lost, but they tell me how amazing their life has become and all the amazing changes that have happened. We've had women who started businesses. We have women who have moved. We have women who have, lived out their dreams in the season of menopause just because they started feeling better and because they had more confidence, because that weight of, a lot of these things that are nagging us as we get older with, thyroids going down. And for me, it was becoming a pre-diabetic and losing my memory. And when all of those things came back, I wasn't drugged out by sugar all the time, and my brain started working again. And yes, I did lose the weight, and yes, I did have more energy, and I got my confidence and my thrive for life back. And that's what we really are looking for in this community, because when you have confidence, when you're excited about starting your day, when you feel empowered and informed about the decisions that you're making for yourself, everything else in your life just gets better. It's just magic how it all clicks together. So that's what we really focus on here as well. And once you start making those decisions day in and day out, that's what we call the consistency over time. Trust me, everything else will start to fall into place. Janet, good morning, girlfriend. Happy to be able to tune in live today. I graduated from 3 of Diane's courses in 2018, still going strong. Janet, yes, you are, girlfriend. Thank you for all of your ongoing coaching and clarity. Girl, thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for being a woman in today's world who is showing up as the best version of herself. That just absolutely fires me up. That's my passion here in this community. We need more women showing up as the best versions of themselves, and we cannot let sickness, and we cannot let aging, and we cannot let food be the things that are holding us back from having that opportunity. This is the best season for us. We've for a lot of us, we've raised kids. They're now adults doing their thing. Our husbands are settled in what it is that they're doing. And it's our chance to live out a lot of the things in life that we've put on hold. And why should we have to give that up because we don't feel good, right? And so getting ourselves to that place where we feel good is the first step in you really walking into your purpose. And there's no better time to do that than now. So I'm super excited for you, Janet. Thanks for popping in with us today. I'm interested. Also, awesome, Carlene. Sorry, I keep putting an H in there. It is Carlene, I hope. Just make sure you get on that, click that link or go to the fortoday'sagingwoman.com website. You can join my email list as well. I'll be sending emails out tonight and a couple tomorrow to remind you and get you into this class with us. It's going to be a great class. We have some past students that are going to be rejoining us for this class. So it's going to be super fun to have some vets come back in to just kind of refresh what it is that they're doing and get super excited about a new year. And we got lots of new members from all over the world that are going to be joining us for November. So that's the other thing that I love about this community of women. One of the biggest things about class that I love is our community group, and how everyone in the class on day one introduces themselves and where they are in their journey and where they live in the world and what it is they hope to get from class. And it makes all the other members in the group, when we start to read these comments, feel so not alone and feel so not broken, right? Like We're not broken. We're just going through a season that needs some adjusting. And when you get into a room with women from all over the world who've walked all different paths in their life, but they're in the same state of frustration, it's comforting to know we're not alone. And then we watch as the members of the community start to transition out of that and transition into their new way of feeling and this new lifestyle that they'll be able to live. So it's magical for me as a coach to watch happen. And it's happened the same way for the past almost 5 years, every single month. And I would love to have you be part of that with us this month. Patsy, I've not taken your course yet. Could be what I need. Patsy, it is what you need, for sure, because I just make everything super clear. I teach you every single day a new lesson as your body is going through the changes in real time. I'm just like you guys, right? I listened to all the conflicting information when I was down and out 6 years ago. I was frustrated for an entire year, not understanding why my body wasn't getting the same results as everybody else was getting. And it was because I was following people who were giving me advice that didn't work for my body as a woman going through menopause. And once I figured out how to get it to work for me, now I teach you guys how to do it, and I make it very simple. You will never ever have to be on a diet again if you follow what I teach you in class. You'll never ever have to go out and buy a fad new diet plan or go frantically after some desperate attempt to lose weight if you follow what I teach you in class. Everyone has lifetime access. So to be honest with you, life happens, right? There are very successful graduates of our course who've had something happen in life and it threw them off track, and they always come back and reinforce what they learned in class and they get back the same results. So you will have lifetime access to your course in the event that something happens in your life and you fall off track. You go right back to your course. Inside the course, I also give you guys a fasting journal and guide, and I'm very adamant about asking you to track what it is that you're doing every day, and I ask you to do it on pen and paper. Just sit down every day and journal your day. What did you do? How do you feel? Day 2, what did you do? How did you feel? And I do that for you, and I have that available for you so that when life happens, you have a record. You've created a history of step-by-step things that you did and what day it all started clicking for you. So you can just go back and reread your notes and repeat what you did in that process to get you back to that day. Most women really start to feel the click happen at about day 4 or day 5. So if something happens in your life and you fall off, you go back to class, you watch the first 5 lessons, and it'll start to reinforce what you learned. It will remind you how great of a lifestyle it is, and you can get right back on track. Super, super simple. And I love being able to offer that to you guys. Janet, I admit I was distracted by some newer experts who complicated IF, and Diane is right. It didn't work for me at all, so I returned to what Diane teaches, and I'm doing much better again. Yes, Janet, for sure. And hey, we all need to experiment, right? We all need to test the waters. That's what we do. We're curious people. We think something's going to be better or quicker or whatever. But the truth is, it's just basic stuff, right? Just put yourself in a fasted state, eat nutrient-dense food, exercise when you can, and be happy with your life. If you're not happy with your life, all those other things are just going to be that much harder to do. And so you have to create a lifestyle that works for you. And Janet, I know you're doing that well. So glad you're back. And know that we're always going to be here to support you. Linda, the pictures of your meals on Instagram have always been helpful for ideas on yummy and nutritious meals. Thank you for all you do. It works, and I feel great. Awesome, Linda. I'm so glad that you are enjoying those pictures. And here's the deal with food, right? I'm a foodie. Like, I love me some food. So people are always like a little like, put off when I say I fast for, 18 to 20 hours a day. But when I eat, man, I eat. Like, I enjoy my food, right? And I eat nutrient dense food. And the thing about food that I think we have to also wrap our head around is food doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be some big labor intensive task in the kitchen. I always say if it takes more than 2 steps to cook something, it's not being made in my kitchen. I am a get it done, get it presented, and let's eat kind of person. And our entire family eats the same way. So I also don't make, 6 different meals to try to satisfy everyone. We eat everyday food. Nothing's fancy, nothing's special, nothing's, marketed to a certain genre of eating. We eat everyday food and we enjoy the heck out of it. And when you have 1 or 2 meals a day, you want to make sure that you are definitely eating that food that's going to feel good to you and taste good to you for sure. Marie, graduated April 2017. I love when I'm learning something new whenever I listen to you. Awesome, Marie. And so happy to have you still in our community. I appreciate you guys so much. And I've loved hanging out with you and getting to know a lot of you through the comments. So Marie, it's so awesome to have you back and glad you're doing well. Tina, September 2017 grad, living this lifestyle, loving it. I'm 55 years old and managing my menopause symptoms well. Oh, girl, that's magic. I love it, especially the belly blow. Plan on my bikini again this winter in Florida. Love these reminder conversations. Thanks so much. My sweet spot is 24 or 21.3. Yeah, girl, that's my sweet spot too. That's my go-to spot for sure. And girl, rock that bikini in Florida this winter. You do you, girl. I love it. Okay, so that's the link to go sign up for the course. There's a sales page, and then you just click on anything. It'll take you right to the registration page. Tracy, okay, got it. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, girlfriend. Okay, Mary, I got married to my husband a few years ago, and we started having problems at home, and we stopped sleeping in the same bed, fighting about little things. He always comes home late, drinking too much, and sleeping with other, oh gosh, girlfriend. I've never loved any man. A few months ago, he's now decided to live with me. Okay, so that sounds like a mindset thing. And if you find that, and those are heartbreaking things to have to deal with for sure, you want to make sure you're taking care of you, right? So don't self-sabotage. Don't get caught up in doing things to hurt you, to try to numb the pain. Jump into a lifestyle that's going to treat you well. So when things resolve themselves, you will be the best version of you for sure. Jen, so happy I found your live today. Love your message. Awesome, Jen. Welcome. And hopefully on YouTube, you've subscribed. If you haven't been a previous subscriber, I go live on Mondays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I share just little tidbits of information like this. So super happy to have you. Welcome to our community. And I've been fasting for 3 days, 5 days, and 10 days with no food. Awesome, girl. If that's working for you, I say go for it. I love food too much to go multiple days without it. The only time I've really gone multiple days without food is when I've prepared for a colonoscopy. So I really do teach intermittent fasting here so that we can enjoy our life around food as well. But for those of you who do multiple day fasting, I say congratulations. I love that for you, Patsy. You're welcome. Carol, yes, I'm a graduate from 2018, but I think I need to take your course again. Carol, if you're on my email list, I just emailed all of our graduates about jumping into the November course with us. So make sure you check your inbox, your spam folders, your promotion folders, all those things. If you didn't get an email from me, just reach out to me today with an email. Registration's closing on November the 5th. That's tomorrow afternoon. So you want to make sure you get in. You'll go through with us in the November course for sure, and then you'll get lifetime access to this version of the course, and we would love to have you in class. So just email me. I'll get you all the information if you need it. And Janet, 2 important things for me: community, and always remember to return to what works before. Yeah, girlfriend. And community is important to me also, which is why we have this space here for all of us. And yes, if it worked before, it'll work again. So make sure you're journaling your progress. Put a big asterisk on the day that everything clicked for you, and then know you just rinse and repeat what you did to get to that point, and you will get the magic back for sure. And then always make sure you're listening to your body, right? If you're suffering through menopause, if you're stuck and you can't lose weight, if you're not feeling good when you wake up in the morning, those are signs and signals that the decision that your brain is making throughout the day are not decisions that are working for you, and your body is trying to let you know. What we have to remember about our body is it was designed to do this for us, right? It was designed to give us these subtle cues. If we don't listen to the subtle cues, the cues become louder, right? And the cues become louder, and then the cues go from like these little voices in our head and these little, pings and pangs in our body to loud problems that now we have to manage. So let's listen to the signs and signals. Let's make some changes so that we don't have to manage bigger problems down the road. Here in this community, we have a commitment to ourselves to age successfully. We don't want to lose mind capabilities for thinking. We don't want to lose physical abilities for moving. We want to enjoy every aspect of this aging process, and we want to proudly show up as aging women. The only way we can do that is if we take care of ourselves, and that's what we're here to do in this community. Again, I would love to have you in class with us for November. We are not hosting a class and a community in December. So this is a great chance for you to jump in with us. You will have access to your course for life. If you want to go back through the course in December, you can totally do that. We will be here in the community. So if you have any questions, always feel free to bring them to these community conversations. I love you guys. I hope to see you in class. I hope to see a lot of you back in class who took our courses a few years ago, or just hang out here with me in the community here on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I love sharing our lives together here as well. I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day. I am active on social media today and my email. So if you need any questions answered about the course, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm very open about answering questions and will steer you in the right direction. And then I'll see you guys in class this weekend. I am super pumped about it. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.